Let's do a team review in Bad News Bears for thicholas. This is a 12 team. The site does not distinguish IDPs, so this says start 13, but I assume you have either kicker defense or IDPs in here. If you've told me on TikTok, I have a hard time connecting names on the site to names on there. I don't know the answer. I'm going to talk as though this is a 12 team start 10 and that you either have kicker defense and something else or IDPs and something. The difference between a 12 team start 10 is not that much to a start 11. So if that's the case, you're fine. We'll go position by position. First thing I do before that is call out this value column here. We're going to mostly ignore it. There's going to be overvalued players. Like I think Stroud is overvalued, but he's not on your team. That's just an example. So overvalued players, cheap veterans won't really register correctly in this column in terms of production for this year. So we're going to ignore this quite a bit. We'll go position by position. Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, Milroe, Jones. It's like a 2. Jordan Love's probably a top 12 quarterback this year. Stafford's a solid QB2. I wouldn't love him as the QB2 on my team unless I'm stacked at other positions, but I haven't checked your other positions yet. Daniel Jones could definitely have some value. And we got a dart throw in Jalen Milroe. Running backs. Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Tyrone Tracy, and some dart throws. It's okay. Like you're going to get really good production this year. Probably 4. Jonathan Taylor is someone that I've sold at this age because this is getting to the end of when you can get out. If he falls off after 27, like we've seen with a lot of guys, now would be the time to sell him. But we don't know that that's going to happen. I have leagues where I'd like to hold him. I have leagues where I've sold him. Let's move to wide receivers. Malik Neighbors, Puka Nacua, Rashee Rice, 3 really good. And then Luther Burden, Jack Besh, Marvin Mims. This is like a 3. 3 really good options. I don't know that Luther Burden is going to do anything this year. So I'm kind of hoping to see something like this. Brock Bowers, really good. 5. We'll call this like a week 5 because you got one of the best ones. Brock Bowers and Trey McBride would be the best ones. And then nothing behind it. We hope Harold Fannin develops, but he could just be Ben Sinnott. Or maybe we hope Ben Sinnott develops and it hasn't happened yet. We don't know. So let's kind of look at your future value. Nothing to write home about. You've moved a second. I love moving future seconds, but you've already done it. Can you contend this year? Yeah. You're in the top half of the league. You don't really have like dead value on your team. If your quarterbacks were Stroud and Drake May, I'd be like, man, that's kind of some dead quarterback value. If you're not really going to get that production, they're just young, but you don't have that. So what can we do? Can we make some down tiers on this team to fill out the rest of your lineup? That's what I'm feeling. Like we don't have a second good quarterback. I would be open to doing something involving, could you move from Brock Bowers to Trey McBride, throw in Stafford and get up to Kyler? I don't know that. Let's look at what does the McBride owner have. He's got McBride and Laporta. I don't know what he wants to do. Jalen Hurts. I'm not sure that you can make something happen there. But if you could down tier to McBride from Brock Bowers, that kind of feels like what I would be doing. Just because, when we're trying to get to 10 starters, there's some spots here that are going to be kind of ugly. If you have some IDPs and I just don't know IDP value that makes your team look better or worse, you'll know that, but I'm going to talk as though this is a start 10. So let's get to 10. Jordan Love, Stafford, Bowers, Bijan Taylor, we're at 5, and then Neighbors, Puka, Rice. And then weekly, we're starting Burden, Besh, Mims, or Bryant. That feels really bad. We probably need to down tier from either Bowers, Neighbors, or Bijan and get another receiver in the mix. Like get a really good one. Get Nico Collins in part of a down tier. Get AJ Brown in part of a down tier. Get an up tier at quarterback to just help you compete. Push you, get you scoring more points in your lineup each week, I don't know that Jack Besh, Luther Burden, or Marvin Mims are really going to do anything this year. So we want to get excellent players here in those down tiers. And then if you can in those down tiers, grab Mike Evans. Get a really good player and Mike Evans from someone. Get Kamara to fill in a flex each week, or just down tier from Jonathan Taylor to Kamara to get another receiver in there as well. Those are the types of moves I'd be looking to make with a team like this that has 3 studs and then is going to have some holes in the lineup. I don't really like to have holes in the lineup. If you can move Tyrone Tracy at full price in one of these down tiers, that would be a big win. At least I think so, because we don't know what's going to happen after this year. This could just be value that explodes on your roster. If Brian Daboll gets fired, like Tyrone Tracy is probably worth nothing. And it's pretty likely. I was surprised that Daboll and the GM there weren't fired, so it probably happens this year. It's at least in the range of outcomes. Daniel Jones is someone that I would look to sell if he is named the starter, just to get points into other spots on the lineup. Although maybe for you, you would be starting him over Stafford. If Daniel Jones is starting, he's probably outproducing Stafford. As you're contending, don't be afraid to move future picks in when you're looking to make any sort of down tier or other type of deal. But these are probably going to be big deals that happen. If you're moving one of these 3 to fill out the rest of this roster and just have a stronger chance at competing. Those are the moves I would make. If you have any questions, let me know in the YouTube comments, or if I completely whiffed on the scoring, let me know, but you'll know more about that. Adding IDPs is just not a big priority on the site right now. Thanks so much for submitting.